that red light is on.
Okay, what happened in Paris?
Are you going to record it?
Yeah.
Oh no, no, Perry.
Tell us.
No.
For the record.
We'll never show it to anybody.
No, we
won't tell Mark.
no. The three of us, we went into Paris. We made up our mind before we drank or anything. We rented a horse carriage, and we seen the Eiffel Triumph, Notre Dame, and the Eiffel Tower. The three things, and then we seen them come back. We hit a bar, and that's when the trouble started. Not trouble, but we had a few drinks, and then that night we went to the Lido Club in Paris, the red light. The Lido Club was a big, what can I compare it with? Avalon Ballroom.
Oh, really? They danced?
Danced there and had a big band and tables, all the booze you wanted, mostly cognac.
You quit making.
Now this was after the Germans were out. They pushed out of Paris, out of France, and we was in there. Didn't have much money, but we had enough to drink, and we danced, and I got one gal over there, and she wanted to dance. I wanted to dance. The major didn't like to dance, and then afterwards, intermission, we come back in the back hall where the restrooms were, and he started climbing all over me. And we had a scuffle, and I had the best deal out of the deal anyway. But anyway, the MPs come, and they was going to take us away, and all of a sudden, the loudspeakers, the band stopped, everything went, loudspeakers, all 101st Airborne Division, report to your company, battalion, division headquarters as soon as possible, right now. And that was it. That's what saved me, really. So after that, the MPs let me go, and
Blair Witch.
so that's all about it, was it.
So you lost your stripes over it?
Yep.
What is a corporal stripes? How do you get?
I really didn't even get my stripes. I didn't even have my stripes yet. It was just a battlefield commission is all. Well, enlisted men didn't have a battle. The lieutenants and colonels and them, they had battlefield commissions. The enlisted men was just commissioned is all. But I was lucky. I didn't complain.
You were lucky.
But that was after Holland, and when they called us all out, we had to report everybody drunk, sober, whatever. They had to go. Report back to your headquarters. And then
Y'all got a spanking.
we got out of our dress clothes and got into our fatigues, whatever, jumped in a truck, and we didn't even know where we was going, not until we was about halfway to Bastogne, and that's where we landed up.
And that was the Battle of the Bulge, right?
Yeah.
What time of year was
Boy, they threw guys on them trucks. They come up there waddling. Oh, what am I doing here? Woof, they pushed them right up in the trucks. They laid on the floor or they sat down or whatever.
it? What time of year was it?
What time is it? 1944.
What time? What season?
What?
What month?
Ooh, September. September. It was nice in Paris. It was decent in Paris. The time we got there, no snow. It was chilly. And 2 days later, it started snowing. Cold, and it was cold and snow as long as we were there.
Well, when you jumped, that was September. When you jumped into Holland.
In Holland, yes.
How long did it take you to get to Paris from Holland?
Oh, I don't know.
It's like driving to Dallas, I guess.
No, not exactly, because you had to.
Forgot that. I forgot that.
Oh, come on.
No.
Just tell us another story then.
No, no more stories. No more stories. You can watch them on any film. What's that one about Ryan?
Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not your story.
No.
No, they didn't say it wasn't Saving Private Jacob's Ma, no.
Yeah.
Did you see that movie?
No.
Yes, I couldn't stand it.
Why?
Because Tom Hanks got killed.
What happened
Well, that was at the end.
when you jumped in?
No.
You were in England.
Before we was in England, before you ever made a combat jump, you went through sand table thing where you're supposed to jump. Designated area. Each division, each regiment supposed to be in the designated place. But that's the Air Force. I'm not going to say, but they couldn't hit it. Anyway, Normandy, they didn't hit it. Holland was supposed to land between a swamp and a lake, and we landed out in a beautiful field right between, I don't know, trees. We had a beautiful landing. But going over there, we had an aircraft hit us, or didn't hit us. You could see puffs of smoke all around. The door was open, flying about maybe 1,000 foot. Or whatever. They went over the channel higher than that. But when they hit Europe over there, because we went a big round circle like this, and come in that way. The same way with Normandy. They come up, made a big circle, and they come in this way. I'm talking about airborne now. I don't know. The Navy went straight across. But the airborne and the gliders. And that's why I feel sorry for a lot of them glider boys, because boy, they didn't have a chance. When they come in, they dropped them, they pull them, and when they pull that cord and the glider's by himself, them poor suckers, they got smashed up in trees, run into bridges, everything.
You mean the guys jumping out of the glider?
No, they had.
Oh, the glider pilots?
The pilot in the glider, yes. But when they released them from the tow plane, they were on their own.
Oh.
Then they had to try to find a level field.
How many was there in there, in every glider?
Oh, I don't know, maybe.
They have a Jeep in one of them.
Well, a lot of them had equipment in.
Yeah.
But they also had personnel in there. And when they landed, when them had a Jeep or a howitzer in there, they hit trees. Them poor suckers didn't have a chance. They got squeezed and smashed and everything else.
And the thing is, they got paid less than you paratroopers. Their salary was less, and they got a higher.
How do you know that, Pat?
Because I watched them films on that, and they interview guys like Jake, just like we're interviewing him now. And the guys in the pilot in the gliders got paid less. They were on a lower salary than the paratroopers.
Why did you become a paratrooper?
$50.
Bigger money.
A year? A month? A day?
A month.
A month. $50
Increase.
increase. That was a lot of money those days. $50.
$23, and all we got. $50 is a lot.
You only got $23 a month? You got room and board, though.
Yeah,
That
room
was
and
all
board.
mad money. That's what I'm trying to live on now. But that was all mad money.
3-2 beer
Where?
in the PX.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like,
But when you
I don't know
got
what
when
that
you
means, but that's the beer that the kids went to North Sioux City?
3.2% alcohol.
Yeah, but that's the only kind you could buy in North Sioux City, isn't it, or something?
Well, unless you go to a liquor store and you have to be 21 to buy.
you didn't have too much chance to get any place to buy it, and normally they brought you right back. And in Holland, we went to Reims as a R&R. We didn't have it there not until we got in Paris. We really got a chance to drink some cognac. And that was left over from the Germans didn't want it. We got it. Germans had occupied France for 5 years, 4 or
Was it
5
5
years.
years? That long?
Yes, sir. And the
Yeah,
women,
that's right. 1939, they went
Yeah.
into Poland. They were already in France in 1939. They went to France before they went to Poland, didn't they?
No, they went to Poland first. They
went
blitzkrieg
Poland first.
Oh, really?
Blitzkrieg.
That's 39. I remember that. I was
6 years old.
7.
But we always talked about, well, Germans had the first crack at the women, the girls. What was left, we got.
They already had babies by the Germans by the time you got there.
Sure.
Well, by the time you got there, there's a new crop of girls coming up, growing up. No, you know,
Yeah,
our
the
cousin,
8-year-olds.
or not our cousin, but it was Charlie's cousin. She said she was in Holland during the war,
Vishka?
Vishka, and she said that if you got pregnant by an American, they didn't think anything of it. That was just fine.
That was great.
But if you a couple years before that, if you got pregnant by a Nazi. Anyway, that's what she said. She was only 17.
Yeah,
And
but
she was just
you could tell it
What did
from
she
one
do?
week.
For a
The
chest
crowds
vote?
were there. The next week, the GIs were there. The women just went from the crowds were gone. The GIs were there. Bingo.
Oh, I don't think so.
They
Well,
changed,
they had to. They were hungry.
they changed coats quick.
No, I remember seeing a newsreel where they shaved a bunch of women who were fraternizing with the Nazis during the.
Oh yeah.
These women got their head shaved.
Well, that's because they tarred and feathered them. That's
Jump. And my buddy, not my buddy, the guy ahead of me, he said, Jake, if I freeze, don't let me
just
freeze.
boot me in the ass.
When you go to the door, because we're all or a reserve chute is right here, and the guy right, you're pushing all the way back. Stick 12 of them are pushing you up to the door, and you got your equipment here like this. But if you see a man go like this, reach for the door, he freezes,
That's
and
what I
he's
heard.
as strong as an ox. You got a flight master right there to get his left hand, but you got to get that right hand down, and push him out. But he asked me to do that to help him
Instinct.
go out,
Survival.
and I was going out, and he didn't freeze, and he went out, and there I was going out. You go up, you jump up like this, you kick your foot out, and your chute opens up over the top of your head like this. Go like this. I went out like this, head first down. My chute opened up.
Because you thought he was going to freeze?
Yep.
So you were ready for him to freeze and grab his arm, and then he did.
And he
fell
went out
out.
fast, and I went down like this, and my chute opened and whipped me around.
Oh.
Tore all my muscles in my shoulders out. Because it whipped me around.
You went head first then.
Mm-hmm.
And they have that thing that pulls the chute right as you jump out, right?
Well, your static line is hooked up to a cable.
Yeah.
You don't worry about that.
So it pulls the chute as soon as you jump
Yep.
out.
16 feet. And then after you make a few jumps, practice jumps, then you get a little cocky. You go out, hit the tail of the horizontal tail on the plane. You jump up far enough, you can slap it.
That's what I'm always. I'd be afraid of the dang jumping out and getting hit by the wing. But I guess you're going as fast as the plane when you jump out, right?
Your prop blast opens your chute,
Oh.
sucks you down, blows you down.
Oh.
See, but in the 50s and 60s, we went out in C-47s, side door. The new type airborne went out the ass into the plane. 2 sticks go out at a time and they jump out like that, see. They had a whole lot better than we did. I don't say they was better trained than we were, but...
They're ready. How long were you in it then? How long did you stay in the military?
Oh, just about 3 years. I got out and I got hit in December. No, January. It was after Christmas. In January of 45. And I got discharged in August, September of that year, 45. As after I went to the hospital in Paris, England, they operated on my legs and everything else. Then I hit the States. I went to Vancouver on a hospital train from East Coast to the West Coast. I was there, I don't know how many weeks. And then I got discharged. And then they sent me to Fort Leavenworth on for all guys that were discharged. You go in, big long sheds. I call them stalls. You threw your shoes in one stall, your pants in one place, and shirt and stuff, all your GI equipment.
You gave it back, huh?
You got rid of it. And I was working in there, and I told him, I said, I can't take it. My legs are killing me. Soak them in hot and salt water. Go on sick leave. And I went back in there a couple of days later, complained again there, and then I told them what I had. I got plates and screws in my ankles. I went to medics, they took x-rays. 3 days later I was on my way home, discharged.
You didn't save your uniform?
Mm-hmm.
They don't. So how do you get civilian clothes, and when you get rid of your uniform, do you have to go shopping first?
No, your fatigues you throw away to them, but your dress uniform you keep.
That.
See, you got your.
So that's why they always go home in their nice duds.
Sure they do. You got your ruptured duck on there, and that was it. But I had I had a 30-day pass and a 60-day pass out of Vancouver.
Vancouver was where you were in the hospital.
There was a hospital over there, but...
Well, they put you on a boat to get you from England to the States.
Yeah. Hospital
then,
ship.
Then they flew you to Washington?
No, train.
A train?
Hospital train.
Hospital train, oh.
That was the amputee leg, where all the amputees in there. And the first thing, they got me over there, and I'll never forget that. He got us in the ward, and it was in wheelchairs, pushing us along, different wards, operating rooms over there. And there was one there, a nurse, cut off his legs, was pulling the skin over the... I'll never forget that.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah. Because that's the whole hospital was more or less for amputees, mostly, or leg injuries. So when I seen that, I thought, I'm pretty lucky.
Yeah, I guess that would be a good place to send you. A guy that wouldn't feel sorry for himself.
So what happened to you?
Hmm?
How did you get hurt?
Crowd 88. Shell.
Shrapnel.
What were you doing?
Was on outpost duty. In the valley, standing in a hole with snow all around, Krauts on one hill, GIs on the other one. You been taking this picture all this time?
No.
Okay. But anyway, of the three of us that killed one of them got killed and two of us got boogered up.
And that one guy you met 40 years later, he said that he found you and took you to battalion headquarters. But you're wondering whether
No, he did not.
How you doing?
he just said that, huh?
Yeah.
A booze talk. What was his name? Ripple or Ribble or something like that. Riddle. He said he remembered your name because it had you had an odd name. That's why he remembered you. Why do you think he didn't?
It's possible.
Somebody had to take you from that house. That
Battalion aid medics come and get you.
Oh, really? Well,
He was not a medic. They run the meat wagon over there and pick you up. The medics out there and throw you on a stretcher and haul you back to battalion aid.
you weren't conscious.
Yeah.
You were conscious?
Mm.
Well, what about your knapsack? You told me you lost everything. Who took it?
Battalion aid. I had a P-38,
What's a P-38?
some rings,
Can opener.
and some other personal stuff.
What's a P-38?
Kraut. Beautiful gun.
Oh, a Kraut
Revolver.
For
gun.
the pistol.
Oh,
They got the Luger. A lot of guys like the Luger. But I like that 38. It was a beautiful revolver. Everybody threw away if they had it. The old Army 45, they threw them away. And whenever they got to pick up a Luger or 38, the only trouble is keeping ammo for you. But we didn't use that the handgun. I never did use it. I carried it, but I never did use it. Any Kraut German equipment you had was beautiful.
they know how to make them.
150% better than anything we had.
They made good sewing machines. The best sewing machines.
Who's that, Singer?
Germans.
What sewing machine you talking about?
Pfaff. P-H-A-F-F or something like that. It's supposed to be the best sewing machine back
I
in the...
imagine it was then.
because
Fife. Barney Fife.
No, it isn't Pfaff, it's Pfaff. P-H-A-F-F or something like that. Anything that's German made is good.
Well, you wanted to see where we live now. There's the wild coyote. Mookie? Oh, I got her to sit. Now she's cleaning off her feet. Mook! There's Mook in the bluebonnets. Mook? Lay down. Now she's being nice. Oh, she's got a sticker on her nose. There. dog tongue out. Mook. Mookie. Mook. Boo boo.